everybody, it's Margaret. Kind of late. I just saw a video by Lisa D1, and Lisa was talking about how important her family was growing up, and it was just the most wonderful video. After I watched it, I had just sat there and thought about how much I appreciated my family, and it made me want to share a very important period of time in my family. This is probably going to sound a little strange to some people, but I know that I've said in my videos before that it's been 8 years since my mom passed away. The year leading up to that, she was sick with cancer. She was diagnosed, as soon as we found out she had cancer, it was immediately diagnosed as terminal. And my brothers and sisters and I and my dad, we took care of her until 3 days before she passed away. Pretty much we were her full-time caregivers. We didn't have nurses in the house to help us, or what we had visits every once in a while when she got too sick that going to the doctor all the time was not easy. But I think a lot of people would be like, that's got to be the most horrible experience of your life. How in the world could that be the best experience? Well, it was the most horrible experience, but when you really, truly love somebody, it was also a privilege to be able to do that for them, because I wouldn't have wanted to do anything else during that year but take care of my mom. I can't imagine being anywhere else in the world, doing anything else. And in that year, to watch somebody accept that they're going to say goodbye to their children, to go through and catalog their life experience, not so much in a literal way, but in a figurative way, to treasure, their 40 years of marriage. Kind of weepy, but to get those bits of wisdom every single day, there was no better year. So I also got to see my brothers and sisters do things and make sacrifices and show love and receive love that a lot of other people have never seen. Generosity and kindness that deep. So the other thing that I wanted to show you was the most prized possession that I have. And a lot of people might think that it would be something that I inherited from my mom, maybe diamonds or money or land. I inherited some land from her, that might be the most prized possession that I have. But it is not the most prized possession that I have. My mother spent the last year that she was alive, until she got too sick to be able to hold the needle, making baby blanket after baby blanket for me. And these blankets are for my children that I haven't had yet. And these are just amazing, because at the time my mom passed away, I didn't even really know my husband. I mean, we worked in the same place, and I knew that he existed, but I didn't know him, even as a friend, just an acquaintance. And for her to take that last year and to make these, it was just amazing. And there are so many of them in here, and I have them in a waterproof box, because I live on the coast in Florida, so I have them in a waterproof box, and I keep them right next to our waterproof financial box that we are supposed to take with us in case of a hurricane, because besides my husband and my dogs, those are the only things that I can't replace. And they truly are my most prized possession, and I am so proud of those, even more so. I mean, my husband and I have been really blessed. You know, we live in a house on the beach. It's not a fancy house, but we live in a house on the beach. My husband has exotic sports cars. I have diamonds, but none of that compares to the love that went into those blankets. So, you know, I want to actually say thank you to Lisa, because sometimes we just don't take the time to appreciate, you know, what we actually have or what we've experienced until someone else kind of brings it to our attention again. And even though I'm getting kind of emotional, I really, really do appreciate it. I mean, there are millions and millions of people who have, you know, don't know that they can rely on their family. And I've seen my family come together, and they're just amazing, amazing people. And to know that, that's such a gift. So I just want to ask that all of you maybe take a moment and just to appreciate the people that you have in your life, your family, your friends. Hopefully, I like to say that I have friends that are like family, and family members that even if we weren't related, they're so wonderful that I would want them to be my friends. So I hope all of you have the people like that in your life, and just appreciate them and maybe reach out to them and remind them that you really do love them so much. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go. I hope that this wasn't too sad. But anyway, I hope you guys all have a good night, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.